I'm going to be showing you the best build on Tycoon RNG to earn the most amount of money. Let's get right into this. So the new update just released on Tycoon RNG and the new best build changed. So the best build used to be vulnerability and fire, but now the best build is the wet build. And I'll show you a picture of everything that you need in just a second. Also, of course, you can do this build with any level of Tycoon, but of course it's going to work best with the brand new level 10. So I'll go ahead and show you how it works. So basically for your droppers at the very top, you want droppers that have the wet multiplier. So if you go ahead and take a look at this new dropper right here, as we can see, if we look underneath it, it says ×2 wet. So that means we'll get twice as much money for every wet upgrade that we put on it, earning us a crazy amount of money. So for your droppers, just look at them. So the ones that I find work best is this one right here, the Goution Dripper, the Nature's Embrace, and the Icicle right over here, which the Icicle ones and the Nature's Embrace, these are probably just temporary. I just have tons of them right now because I don't have too many wet droppers. Well, once I get some more of these, and once I get some like overclocked and negative and golden ones, then all of these right here are eventually going to be replaced by these, because the Nature's Embrace and the Icicle ones over here, these are only ×1.6 wet, but the drippers over here are ×2 wet, so that is crazy OP. Also, I'll go ahead and show the list on screen right here of most of the droppers, upgraders, and furnaces you can use to maximize this build, which I was using this list as reference, but I found out that not everything is listed, such as for the droppers, it shows that the Nature's Embrace isn't listed on there, but it still multiplies it by the wet, so I don't know why it's not listed on there, but feel free to use these Nature's Embrace. I would probably just use these as temporary though, until you get some pretty good drippers right here. Also, by the way, to get these, I believe you do have to have the rainstorm event. Not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure that you have to have the rainstorm weather event to actually get these, but they're not too rare. They're just 1 in 46,000, which I guess is kind of rare. But anyway, for all your upgraders, you mainly want to use the abyssal chain, because if you look at the abyssal chain right here, as we can see, it says it adds wet to it. So if you look at it after, as you can see, it adds wet after, which is actually pretty good. So that is the multiplier we're going for, because over here it says ×2 wet. But anyway, basically we want them to go through these things right here, which adds onto them. So you mainly just want to spam abyssal chains, and then if you don't have too many of these, you can spam ore soakers and Billy's fish tanks. So basically just place as many of these as you have. I don't have too many, but I have this one right here, and then I have all of these ones, which I will probably replace because they are kind of low. That's why I'm actually not earning too much money right now, because all of these are kind of low level. So once I go ahead and roll some better ones, then I'll go ahead and replace all of these. But anyway, tons of abyssal chains right here, and then it goes down, and I ran out of them, so it's just random stuff. But anyway, you can also place these Billy fish tanks right here. Once again, this is kind of a low level, like it only upgrades it by 18.12, but once I get a better one, it will be much better. But anyway, as we can see, it adds wet to it right here, farther adding to the multiplier. And then also what I found is you can use these perfect lawns right here. Once again, this is not on the list under the upgraders, which I'm not too sure why, but if you take a look at it, it's actually pretty good. So it adds wet to it, which it only adds 1 wet if it's on fire, but if it's not on fire, then it adds 2 wet onto it, which is actually quite good. So just make sure that you don't have a fire thing right before it, and basically if you spam these perfect lawns, I think this is actually the strat, which of course it would have to be better. Like these are just standard right now, and they only upgrade by ×20, but once again, once I get like some negative overclocked ones or negative golden, then I will be earning a lot more money. That's actually why I have some empty slots right now. I'm just waiting until I roll some better ones, because I have like everything upgraded, so I don't really need too much money right now. Anyway, at the end over here, there's like 4 furnaces that we can use, which I'll show them on the screen right here. But basically I'm using the Daydream Reverie, because if you look at the above, it gives you an extra 1.5 times if it is wet. That's actually crazy OP, and I believe that's a ×1.5 times for every wet that's on it. So all of these are coming here with like 13 wet on them, so that is just a crazy multiplier. But anyway, that is the best build. It's not going too good for me just yet, because once again, I don't have too many of the items, and they're all like super low upgraded. But once I go ahead and AFK for like a day or two, I'll go ahead and get tons of these items, and they'll all be like negative and overclocked, and then I'll be earning like a crazy amount of money. Also, I'll go ahead and leave a link to the Google Doc in the description, showing you all the builds and showing you which one is the best, which of course the wet one is. So if you're kind of confused at all, then I recommend checking that out. But anyway, that's the best build on Tycoon RNG though. That is gonna be all for this video, so make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, and I will see you all in the next video.